Here we are for Sunday, race number 2, and pretty keen to get a good start. It's about 25 degrees.
On board a full-blown ex-supercar, made it into a sports sedan, but have a look at that Corvette of Dean Cam. It's always been like a pro stocker car off the start, and he does it again. There goes the Commodore there down the inside as well. Here comes Francois Bibb, but it's the Corvette to the Saab. Dean Cam gets away brilliantly. Ray Hislop clocks into P3 there. The mid-pack, Rand McGlurkin with demonic possession on board, gliding the way for him to go as he charges down the inside. And Cam McKee and Ben McLeod just...
And I got a good start, but I still got held out by the Fords, and now I'm back behind them, and I knew I was in a bit of trouble. So just tried to settle myself down. I had the guys right in my mirrors here. But yeah, I was pretty keen for a good result in this one.
He's actually holding his own here at the moment. I thought that turbo car would be suffering a little bit from the heat. Obviously ran there picking up the scraps, so it's good to see some turbo cars mixing it amongst the V8s. I'm going to try him on that all day, Darren, just so you know. But I think he's in a sea of V8s here.
Mate, you're not preaching to the converted here. I love to see a turbo come on strong. One of my favourite memories of sports sedans was watching.
It was super cool to be getting so much coverage from Blendline, so really appreciate that. And here I am chasing down the Ford. So the Ford's got 780 horsepower. It's got a few hundred kilograms on me, and I've got 400 horsepower at the rear wheels and 1,300 kilograms. So that was a bit sketchy with Parker there on the left. Caught my attention. I backed out and lost the Ford. Bit of a jump forward here. So Lynch came down the inside. He's a lot quicker than I am, but he sort of got a bad run here, so I thought, hell it, I'm going to have a crack here. As you can see, he's got probably about 750 horsepower as well, so the Commodores are definitely bringing the big guns to the show, and I've got like maybe a pen knife or something, so having a crack.
Bags have been withdrawn, and we are continuing on our way. There is Greg Lynch. He's come from the rear of the field, made his way up into 9th position now. Rand McGlurkin just off the rear of him, so he's gone through on the demonic possession, number 54 Nissan. And away he goes. Mark Huex in the back there as well. In fact, it's not. It's going to be Argento. We've gone safety car, and there is the reason why. We've got a car parked on what would ideally be, Brett Dickey, when you're flowing your sports sedan, you'll probably drift right out to the edge of the track there. Car and get away. Use this as a warm-up lap if you like. Ray Hislop in behind. We can't take anything away. We've got a lapped car in between them there.
Now I really got caught out here. Tommy Randall was slowing everyone down and playing games, which he's allowed to do, and I nearly went up the back of Lynch, so nearly overlapped. I would have got a bit of trouble for that. Now I've got 2 big Fords behind me with a lot more power, and my tyres have gone off a bit. I probably didn't keep enough heat in them, so they're right on my tail here. So you can sort of see them in the rear vision mirror. And I've got the Ford in front of me, which is sort of balking me, but he's getting balked by a slower car. There was a slower car caught in the train, so that made it really difficult.
It will be... Where is it? There's Greg Lynch coming through. There's Cam McKee.
So I tried to get a really good run out up to the back straight. I've got a big orange Ford right on my bum here.
Which at the Historics climbed the pit lane wall. And great to see Finnemore getting that car back out on the track after that particular incident.
There's a lot of Ford in my rear vision mirror here. I'm getting sort of held up a little bit. He's got heaps of grunt, but he really struggles to get that weight around the corners, especially down at Dandenong corner. Then I get held out to dry here. A really great move by the orange Ford.
Not the right spot to be moving around.
So we haven't seen the last lap board yet, so we've got at least another 2 laps to go in this one. And 2 to go, confirmation. So Thomas Randall could, if he's kept that car in the operating zone, we could see a 107.4451 move to another level again without a lift coming out of the final corner.
100%. How's this little battle going on here? You got Randall. It's all going.
It's getting pretty exciting now, and so I'm pretty keen to try and get these guys back. The rolling start really hurt me. Their grunts had helped me, and I got a bit loose there. probably overdriving a little bit, getting a bit fired up. Need to calm myself down. Good shift there. Definitely much happier with my Sunday driving than I was my Saturday driving. Shows you definitely need to probably do the Friday practice.
Have moved on their category. The Groove Train restaurant at Eastland is the place to go. It says it across the front of all of our sport.
Just trying to push it further back across the top, my braking points, but right on the guys. And it's interesting to see the orange Ford puts the same move on the blue Ford that he did on me the lap before. A little bit of a squeeze, but not too much actually. So he ran a bit wide actually, but the Ford couldn't get back, and it helped me. Got a bit of a run on him. Pretty keen. He gave me just enough room, so that was great. Super close racing. Was definitely fired up at this stage, getting pretty excited in my head over all this. Thought I'd go for this, but the door shuts on me quite abruptly here.
The road. So we are looking at well, it is now a lap record. It's got the R next to it. So 1:07.4451 on our timing screen here as we look back into the field. The 53 fills our screens. Gee, you don't get much more traditional sports sedan fare than that, do you?
Really trying to get a run on the blue Ford. He's got a lot of power. He pulls away. It's getting quite hot now in the cabin. The Sunday here actually was a lot hotter than we realised. In cabin was pretty stinking hot. So it was hard work, but a lot of fun. He's got a big lock-up. A little bit squirrely there. My gears aren't quite right. I've got a TTI gearbox coming in the next few months, hopefully in about May, so we'll be able to get that in, and I think that will help us a lot. Probably should have got next to the Ford a little bit more. I was sticking behind him a bit too much. We had a little bit of a chat after the race, and I definitely learnt a lot about some racecraft stuff that I maybe wasn't doing, and that was the end of the race. Good times.
On the start, watch for the Falcon and the two Commodores on the second row there, because Thomas Randall has not got away very well off the line. He just
So I was really keen to get a good start, and I just stomped it. Not stomping axle brake and stomp, but just really got on it. Tried to hold these guys out. I was lucky I was on the inside. This was race 3. It was super hot at this stage. The day had really kicked in. Now the blue Ford I should say, was out on the outside. I was able to hold him out. He was very good to me in that one, so that was nice. But I've got those boys right in my mirrors now. Huey got a grad start in the Commodore in front of me. So yeah, good times.
And he is pushing hard. Rand McClurkin got a smart start away from his spot on the grid, 9th on the grid, the 5th row there. He is pushing on hard. There's Andrew Parker in that venerable 5-litre Holden in the BR Commodore up the back straight.
You can see Rand McClurkin there. He made as you said, he made a very smart start, and he's steadily been picking off his rivals. He was up the inside of Argento going into turn 1. You can see David Ratcliffe as well coming under fire from Francois Habib up the inside through turn 9. But there is that V6 turbocharged powered 180SX in the hands of Rand McClurkin. It's a very handy looking car when you get up nice and close, and it is menacing looking, and very nice guy is Rand McClurkin. Always love a chat with him down in the paddock. But here they come through, nice and clean start for the entire field. Here's a great comparison between these two cars on screen at the moment. So David Ratcliffe around the outside, Francois Habib up the inside. Habib's car is a thoroughbred V8 supercar, and you can just see how much more power, and it's probably just a little bit lighter than Ratcliffe's car, so he pulls away as they come down the main straight. So that is Hender as well in that Falcon. The aerodynamic difference between these two.
And unfortunately, because Parker came off, that brought out the safety car, and that was the end of our weekend. But super stoked. Big thanks to Penrite, Turbo Smart, Heltec, Raceworks, GK Tech, Blendline for the great coverage. Everyone that came up and said hi. Yeah, got 8th outright for the State Series and 4th in the club. Bring on round 2. Awesome work, guys.